Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking the fascinating tactical and mental lessons from a tournament run literally nobody saw coming. I'm talking about Haiti. If you're a coach, a scout, or just someone who loves the pure mechanics of the beautiful game, what Haiti did out there is an absolute goldmine. We're going to use their run as a scouting report to break down their fearless attacking strategy, see exactly what smaller federations can learn from them, and then we'll look ahead to the absolute chaos waiting for teams in the knockout stages. Let's jump right in. To really grasp the magnitude of this underdog story, you've got to look at the context. We are talking about a small, developing football nation playing in their very first World Cup. And because of off-field circumstances, they haven't even played a single match on their home soil in 5 whole years. Yet, stepping onto the biggest stage in the world, they didn't just survive. They took the lead, not once, but twice, against a massive powerhouse like Morocco. Sure, they eventually fell 4-2, but the sheer audacity of this performance, that is a masterclass every developing football nation needs to be studying. Just listen to this post-match analysis. They have gone for it, and they have not left one bead of sweat on the table. That quote hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures their fearless mindset. They didn't just park the bus, you know? They didn't sit back and play for a conservative, boring draw. They went for it. And yeah, they leave the competition, but their journey is this incredibly inspiring narrative. It proves to every other underdog out there that a lack of tournament pedigree does absolutely not have to dictate your ambition. Which brings us to our first main takeaway, a tale of two mentalities, the underdog versus the established. What's so interesting here is the stark juxtaposition between two completely different tournament philosophies. On one hand, you have Haiti, a smaller team just swinging for the fences, using this fluid attacking style, and visibly just enjoying the moment. And then, in sharp contrast, you have an established nation like Scotland. Their rigid defensive system was heavily criticized as being, well, kind of dull and boring. It's a crucial lesson, really. Playing not to lose is often a guaranteed way to fail, but playing to win, that at least gives you a fighting chance to rattle the giants. So how exactly did Haiti pull this off on the pitch? Well, they used exceptional pace and sheer physical strength to actively exploit defensive lapses in established teams. They played with this incredible attacking guile and really fluid movement. But the real secret to maintaining that high offensive intensity, especially when you have significantly less squad depth than the major nations, was their unified, aggressive high press. They triggered their pressure collectively, not just as individuals. That is exactly how they forced a heavy hitter like Morocco onto their back foot for the entire first 45 minutes. Let's move on to the development question and the major scouting report lesson we can take from all this. This brings up a really provocative question that established teams absolutely have to answer if they want to avoid those predictable, disappointing tournament exits. How come a nation the size of Haiti can produce players with the kind of explosive pace and strength that established nations seemingly can't? Think about it. Operating under immense logistical and financial constraints, Haiti built a pipeline that produces massive technical guile and power. So why can't established European nations with massive budgets do the same? It is a huge wake-up call for global football scouting. Now let's pivot and evaluate Morocco's real form, looking closely at Goliath's struggles. When we evaluate Morocco's true prospects moving forward, we really have to weigh their immense attacking talent against their alarming inconsistency. Sure, they have elite strengths. They have high-impact substitutions like Brahim Diaz and Yassine, and guys like Sibari scoring basically every game. But the red flags are glaring. They mix these patches of brilliant play with stretches where they just look completely disinterested. The reality is, Haiti completely exposed this. Morocco only took over that match once the underdog finally succumbed to physical exhaustion. And let's be honest, relying on your opponent's tired legs isn't exactly a sustainable path to lifting a trophy. However, we absolutely must talk about their captain. Analysts have described Hakimi as a horse, and honestly, it is incredibly accurate. The guy literally never stops running. And what's so brilliant about him is that he doesn't play like a traditional right back at all. He's essentially carved out his own unique attacking role directly from the fullback position. His elite fitness and positional fluidity are the primary weapons Morocco uses to overwhelm those tiring defenses late in the game. He's a real game changer. And that leads us to our final section, the knockout logistical nightmare. Trying to prepare for the round of 32 right now is just a massive mathematical headache. While there are varied possibilities out there, like a 30% chance Morocco faces Japan and maybe an 8% chance they draw Sweden, mathematically, the most probable outcome for Morocco, sitting at 62%, is a highly anticipated clash with the Netherlands. And if that specific matchup actually happens, tactically, it's going to be fascinating. You've got a Dutch side that came into the tournament hurting, but they've been playing this highly entertaining, free-flowing football. Defensively, Virgil van Dijk has returned to absolute dominance. He is a massive threat on set pieces. Going up against them would be a Moroccan squad that, despite all their inconsistencies, is tremendously healthy, has sky-high potential, and boasts incredibly dynamic goal scorers. Watching that physical and aerial battle between Van Dijk and Simbakari, that is going to be blockbuster television. But here is the truly crazy part. 400. That is the number of different ways the tournament bracket could theoretically have played out from match day 3 alone. Just think about that for a second. With 48 nations in this wildly competitive World Cup, doing any sort of advanced tactical preparation is almost impossible when you're staring down over 400 different scenarios. And this brings us to the grueling, behind-the-scenes logistics that these players have to navigate. It is an absolute nightmare. Teams are just sitting in limbo, waiting for other match results just to find out where they're flying the very next day. Analysts are literally pulling their hair out trying to scout countless opponent variations. Then you add in sudden flights across multiple time zones, like having to relocate from Boston all the way down to Monterrey, Mexico on a single day's notice. It leads to severe sleep deprivation for the players and the staff. You aren't just playing the opponent anymore. You are actively battling the schedule, the travel, and immense mental fatigue. Which brings us full circle. I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder as we watch the rest of this incredibly unpredictable tournament unfold. When these teams are totally sleep-deprived, constantly traveling across time zones, and stepping onto the pitch for a do-or-die knockout match, what mentality actually wins out? Is it going to be the careful, tactical rigidity of the established giants? Or will it be the fearless, leave-it-all-on-the-table mentality that Haiti just so beautifully demonstrated? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and enjoy the rest of the tournament.